Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. It's a little bit later this morning than I normally wake up, but it's because it's only 49 degrees in the van. It is so cold. So I've just been laying here like, oh no. It's really chilly this morning. There's frost on the ground, and I just decided that today I would just sleep in a little bit. But yesterday, before I went to bed, this happened. Okay, I finished up my van things for the day, and I put out my trail cam to see if we can catch anything. Riley made us dinner, so we're having this, and I'm so excited. We are just hanging out a little bit at camp and having our dinner, and then we're gonna turn in a little early tonight. As you can see, I was busy doing van things, getting some of the dust off of my van from all the bad roads. I cleaned off my license plate because you need to be able to see that. And then also Riley cooked a really good dinner that we enjoyed thoroughly. I'm about to find out if I caught anything on my trail cam last night, so I have to get out of the van. But whoo, it's chilly right now still, so this is gonna be really difficult. I'm just kind of sitting here like, oh, do I have to? Do I have to? We originally thought we might cold plunge again today. I think that if it's this cold, we're not gonna do that. So instead, I don't know what we're getting into today, so we'll figure that out, but whew, about to have the strength to get out of the van, and I hope I didn't catch anything weird. Okay, let's go see if we got anything on this guy. Hey everybody, I came over to Riley's and we were reviewing what we caught on the trail cam, and just let me tell you, oh my gosh, I'm so surprised. Now, a few things. Whenever we set up the trail cam, number one, we set it up for safety, but number two, we set it up just to see kind of what's around us. And my tip for you guys is if you do have any kind of trail cam, just set it somewhere that it's going to be a little bit more inconspicuous. We've been trying out different angles. Last night we tried out one that was in front of us so that you could see the forest itself. And I was just curious. We were told by a local that there were lots of deer and elk and moose, even some bears out here. So I was just curious, because this is a more open place away from the campers, if something would feel a little bit more comfortable coming through. Now, whenever we come out here, we follow leave no trace. We don't leave any kind of food out for any kind of animals, even if it's just a peanut for a squirrel. That can disrupt the entire ecosystem and make the animals dependent on people. Not to mention, it makes critters come into camp more and invade spaces. And both of us have experienced campgrounds where people clearly fed the animals, and it was a really bad situation because they were just overtaking the campsites. So we don't do that. And you shouldn't either. Realistically, that's really, really bad. So we decided we'd be lucky if we found something, but at the same time wouldn't be upset if we didn't. Last night, we found the gold mine, not only Bambi, but also Thumper. And the cool thing about it is, the night before when we set the trail cam up, we only caught like one little chipmunk because of the placement of the camera. But by pointing toward this area, it was much more active. And so instead, we caught all of these fun things. And normally I don't put this on the channel, but oh my gosh, this was so cool. And it's nice to know who your neighbors are. We clearly had a really chunky bunny that was so cute. And I used to say whenever I started out my adventures, when I was still tent camping, if I pulled into a place and I saw a bunny, I knew that's exactly where I was supposed to be in that moment. And so I kind of feel really at peace here. And I know that we picked the right campsite because it felt comfortable not only once coming through, but a few times. And we didn't see any predatory animals or anything like that. And we didn't have a lot of like mice or anything. So that's really awesome. Makes you happy in the morning. So with that, I don't know what we're going to get into next. but I'm gonna get into it with a big smile on my face because we got to see a bunny. Okay, I'm basically blind this morning, but I'm trying to put on my sunscreen. I pulled my hair back so it won't get in my hair. Oh, okay, today we have a plan. Our plan is pretty simple. We're going to go off into town. We have some history to learn. We're gonna geocache today, I think, and that should be pretty fun. And then I think we have a couple stops that we need to make. Riley said something about a grocery store, so we're gonna go by the grocery store. I think we're also going to go and find possibly some peaches because we keep seeing these peaches everywhere, so that should be kind of fun. Sunscreen is rubbed in. I already got my ears and I already got my neck, so now it's just a matter of getting all this to rub in. I'm also packing a little bit of a bag to go in Riley's car so that we can have a lot of fun today. I'm very excited because we have some cool things that we want to do. I have my geocache trinkets. I also have with me my drone just in case. We were thinking about going and scouting one more camping location that has a lot of cool mines out by it, so if we have time we'll do that. Right now though, just trying to get my life together. It is a really spicy warm day with the sun today, so it should be kind of interesting, but I am feeling alive. I think I'm gonna put on another bracelet to kind of promote some positivity in the world, and I think that's gonna be my smoky bracelet because we prevent wildfires over here, and since there is a burn ban, it seems fitting to always advocate for the outdoors. Okay, Riley and I are leaving these two things out to dry. Riley's gonna store one of her bins in here while we're gone. And I think I've got everything out of here, so here we go. And last but not least, so now it's time to go join Riley and we're going to town. It's gonna be absolutely epic today, so buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to be fun. So it occurs to me that we need a song of the day because we definitely need a song of the day today because today's been just super, super fun. And because we saw a bunny, I kind of think I want it to be a bunny hop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Easy song of the day, a no-brainer. We saw the bunny, it was cool, it put me in such a good mood, and now we're off. Now, originally we had thought we would take snacks with us so we could have lunch while we're out and about, but Riley and I both need a few things. I could grab some things from my dry bin, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So I think whenever we go into town, we'll just see if something inspires us and then we'll pick that up. So we'll have lunch today at some point, and even if it's just a small snacky lunch, it'll be good. And then of course, Riley does need to go to the grocery store anyway, so maybe we'll find something there, who knows? Okay, first stop of the day, we pulled off the road just a little bit to this place right here that has peaches. And Riley and I have gone past this place a couple times now. She was really excited about potentially getting some peaches. This is from one of the local restaurants. That's cool. Oh, they have loose tea also. That's awesome. I just bought some tea though, so if I would have known this, I would have got it here. These are good vegetables. These are delightful looking veggies. So Riley has a bag of things she's already purchased, and then she had squirrel syndrome and went back for more. I'm gonna be trying out this guy. This is a kind of plum, and I'm very curious about it. And if I like it, I'm gonna come back and get some more of them because I really like the size. It doesn't seem like it's too much for me, so we'll see. I'm really excited about this though. So I'm gonna rinse it off and then I'm gonna try to eat this. So here we go. I'm gonna rinse it off with a little bit of water. Get it nice and cleaned off. Okay, that looks good, that looks good. Okay, so it's washed off and now it's time. Oh my gosh.
Is it really sweet?
That's super good. It's not too sweet, really tasty. It's super juicy. Those are really good, man. Those are super, super good. So I will definitely come back and get a few more of these because this is just like a bite size of joy. Super nice. In the pit of them, in the middle, isn't like the whole thing. Sometimes you get things and it's just like very little actual meat. This is good. Riley and I drove up this really kind of bumpy road up towards something kind of cool that I'm going to share with you on another video. But from this point, where there was a little pull off and you can see the entire town of Silverton, and it is gorgeous. It is so neat. There's a lot of places that we hadn't yet seen as we were just kind of walking around. For example, I just found their courthouse, And I'm trying to place like where we were versus where it is and where the visitor center is. So as you look in this direction, let me show you. So way over there, that white building at the very kind of top of frame, that right there, that is the visitor center, and that's where you come into town from 550, and then you go through this area that takes you all the way through downtown, which is really, really cool. But we hadn't really ventured off of those two main streets. And so I was kind of looking, and as I was noticing that obviously, again, visitor center here, main street here, if we continued to come down a little bit further, there is a courthouse. I definitely want to go there and see what it looks like, if there's any historic signs or anything. This is a great way to get the lay of the land, to see if we could find anything unique. I also have seen a few other unique things that we couldn't tell from just street level. For example, you can find some of the historic buildings kind of in here, where you can see that they have taken some of the churches and made them really nice, and you get a really nice vantage point from here. It's just gorgeous. It is definitely beautiful here though, and we are pretty close to the Silverton S also, which is just right over this way, a short distance. I don't know if we can get over there with the vehicle though. I think that that's like a walk up, but I'm not sure. But wow, it's so nice up here. Okay, Riley's leading the way. We're going on our little hot girl walk this morning. Now today's mission is a little bit different. We're not going to be sharing a trail with you. We're just going on a little independent walk, looking for something at the top of this hill, which technically we could drive up, but it looked a little sketch. So Riley didn't want to mess up her car, which very fair. Okay, we finished up our little hot girl walk, and we kind of have a disturbing development. Earlier today, whenever we first got back to service, I always, as soon as I get back to service, check everything. I check the weather, I check what's going on with my video of the day, I check what's going on in the world around us so we can make sure that we're safe. There was a fire that has started up just south of us, closer to Durango. So basically, if you're looking, it's in that grouping of mountains over there, and you might be able to see it. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty smoky over there. So this is the issue. They're starting to do some evacuations down south of Silverton, not in Silverton proper and not north where we are, but they are doing some evacuations. While we've been standing here and doing our little hike up to this little thing up here, we started noticing it starting to get more and more hazy, to the extent of like you can taste it kind of in the air. So that's not good. Fires aren't something that we play with. So I looked up again, evacuations. I looked up where exactly they're telling people, hey, it's not safe. Still considerably lower than us. So we're still in a safe zone, but that doesn't mean that we're out of the smoke pattern. The wind is blowing this way, and it's coming straight through the gap in the mountains, and it's kind of giving this haze to the entire community. I can now see one of the mountains that when we first got here was very clean, crisp, and precise. It is now starting to fade into the distance because of that. Now, we were thinking about going out to the Mullis Pass today and checking out some campsites along there that we looked at when we first got here. We will not be doing that today because the Mullis Pass is right on that area that goes down toward Durango, which is where the fire is. Those are beautiful forest campsites, so I hope that they get it under control. Also, that's really scary because anytime there's a fire, you're not just having the environmental impact of the animals and the trees and things like that being destroyed, but people have homes in the mountains, and so I'm hoping that everyone is safe, but it's still not good. The air quality is definitely changing. I'm glad we did a longer hike yesterday because today we would probably not be okay to do that. Air quality index is very poor right now, and I think it's only going to get worse, so we're definitely rolling out of here tomorrow before it gets any worse than that. I'm really hoping that some of the clouds that are building kind of drop a little bit of rain. Okay, so Riley and I just went to the visitor center and a storm came in, which is good because of the fire. Water dampens down all of the smoke, so that'll be good. It's not so much of a storm that there's a lot of water though. There's more wind, a little bit of water, so I'm hoping realistically, and I know this sounds crazy, but I'm kind of hoping for rain. At the same time, that's gonna make what we're doing a little bit harder, so I'm hoping that it rains briefly and then it's okay. And maybe in that briefness? Brevity?
Is brevity a word?
I don't know. Anyway, we're hoping that in that small amount of time that it also calms down the fires down south of us. Riley and I made it back to downtown. We're on Blair Street right now. We're right next to where we did the showers yesterday, and oh my gosh, I love it here. It's a much better situation now. The wind has calmed down just a little bit. There's no more rain. It smells so good here. We may have to stop and get some food at some point because I'm starving. I don't love to necessarily eat out all the time. I think that that's really wasteful to do that. And that's something that typically, like if you're on vacation, that's fine because that's when you treat yourself. But like living on the road as much as we do, going to a restaurant every single day is extremely wasteful. So I choose not to do that. I usually just prepare something. However, today we didn't really have anything that jumped out at us when we were getting our stuff together. So we might have to splurge a little bit. Hey Riley,
Yours?
I know that we like to save on our budgets because, you know, we're not YouTubers who make a ton of money, so we can't eat out every day. So we were kind of considering the food though, right? Yeah, I'm kind of hungry, and like this place right behind us, it wasn't open when we were here yesterday. This Eureka station smells so good. The funny thing about it is I really like to do food reviews, and I've been doing them since I started my channel, but I try to do them kind of in stride. So if I'm gonna do them, I try to prepare for them in advance because, you know, as much as a lot of people seem to think that everything is either inexpensive in places that they go to, which is just not usually the case whenever you go to a super touristy area, or people think that like we must have unlimited funds. That's just not the case. And so we try to just be very intentional with how we spend our money. But additionally, the other thing is Riley and I joke all the time as we're like going through places and say, ooh, if we ever get to the place where we have unlimited funds, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. So what we're doing today is we're gonna window shop and we're gonna find some cool things, but also we're gonna keep a bucket list of things that if our financial ties ever do turn just a bit and we end up with a bit more in the tank, so to speak, we'll know where we're gonna go. Riley and I are shopping right now a little bit and seeing what all they have here. I love that they have like wooden postcards. That's so cool. I love these little boopable bears here. And of course they have postcards. Or did no one tell you that smoking's bad for you? Oh, this one is fun. Maybe I should get this one just because it reminds me of all the little chipmunks. Riley's over here. She pulled up the geocaching app. There's a lot of geocaches, but she said one is located right beside us. So we're gonna go ahead and find that one for our day of fun. Following Riley, she has the map. I'm just gonna let her pull this one up and then she's gonna give me the hint. So Riley found it. I was looking at the clue and I got over here, but from the angle I was looking, I couldn't find it. So she found it. Riley, now that we have done this, can we please go find some food?
Yeah, let's go get food.
I'm famished.
I'm so hungry. I'm wasting away.
Oh no! She wasted all the way away. Oh no! We were looking at maybe this one because they have like a little buffet, and Riley and I love a good buffet moment. This is our menu. We have lots of different options. So Riley and I are gonna look through this and we'll figure it out. Okay, I ordered the French dip. So this looks tasty. Served with fries and coleslaw. Riley got the Philly, which looks delightful with all those veggies in there. Oh my goodness. Are you ready to eat?
Yes, I am.
Let's do this. Unfortunately, I can't share my food with you guys, so I'll see you after this because these fries look tasty. We just finished up eating. I am now in a little bit of a food coma. French dip was good. We have to go pay out and then we're off to do some more exploring. I have to find a regular Silverton patch, and I found one the other day that I know where it is, so I think I'm gonna go to that store. It's on Green Street, so here we go. Okay, so we just finished eating and we took a little bit of time.
Yeah, we rested.
Yeah, because it was really nice in there. There was a heater, and the unfortunate part of that was I got cozy.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to
A
move.
little drowsy.
So now I could take a nap, but like we have stuff to do. Oh, the weight of Riley's head just nearly knocked me over.
Because I have so much knowledge in this head. That's why it's so heavy.
So many brain wrinkles.
So many brain wrinkles. But we still have so
Sure.
many more brain wrinkles to discover.
Yeah, we've got a lot to do. We still have to go down Green Street here. And so even though we took that break and I don't want to do anything, we have to. So we must press on. So it's going to be interesting today. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Today is going to be one of those days, but I have to find this patch. And I'm so full. Like food coma, like, and the gentle, like cold breeze that's hitting me now. It's just, it just makes me want to curl up. Look, this is where we ate, guys. This is the other door.
Did you know that this is one of the oldest standing bordellos?
Oh! We're gonna get on. I'll catch up with you guys once I find that patch. I'll show you what store I found it at. But for now, we got some movement to do. Okay, Riley's enjoying a little bit of shopping, and I'm trying to find the store that I found this really cool patch, but I don't remember where it was. And I think that's gonna be how I end up my day. I think it's right down this way at the next block, but I'm not sure. So I'm just kind of wandering around, a little bit lost. Okay, it's one of these last few stores. I think it's this one. Found it. We made it back to camp. Today's been a good day overall. I am tired now, and I think what I'm gonna do is get myself comfortable for the evening. It's a little bit later. We were in town for a bit, just kind of like hanging out and doing some stuff. And so now it is time for us to get to night mode. I don't know. It's been a weird day. It started off with the really awesome trail cam, which I'll put that back out again tonight. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can find Mr. Big Fluffy Bunny again. Or maybe something else. I met a guy at one of the stores, and he told us about the moose the other day. And then today he was telling me that there was an albino bear that was spotted outside of town. So that was pretty neat. He showed me some pictures. And so I'm hoping we don't have a bear friend tonight. However, he did say that there are a couple bears that roam through this area, so we're gonna be very cautious and make sure we practice our bear safety. But for now, guys, remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll see you tomorrow, and if we see anything cool, I'll share it then. Until next time, bye.